Welcome to the first episode of Ponder. My name is Michela. I have a small business called Sonder magazine and I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something new. I decided that you've listened to our story in the magazine, so it's time for me to listen to your story. So I've made this podcast. One of my amazing writers, it was originally called Ask Sonder, and she said, why don't you just name it Ponder? Genius. And I ran with it. So we're here today. Um, I have a Google form. I'm gonna link in the bio if you want to put a question in. It's all anonymous, and I'll go through the responses and address them on the podcast. But today we're gonna go into outgrowing friendships. It's a very umbrella topic. I'm gonna say 90% of the responses I had were about friendships because let's be so real, like it's just a big thing in every girl's life, like no matter what age you are. So yeah, this is gonna be a good episode today. Thank you so much for all the responses, and I'm gonna get into it. So let's go. I'm just gonna get into it because I think there's a lot to say about the topic of friendships. Although this video is outgrowing friendships, I am gonna talk about a lot of different topics because I did get a lot of friendship questions on the forums. I did pick 3 or 4, but we're just gonna go through them. So the first one I got was, why do I feel so alone when I'm surrounded by people? And I think that like kind of resonates with me because I think a lot of people have felt that. Like I felt that myself. Like I had a big friend group and I don't know, I felt so alone. It wasn't their fault. Like I think it was, there's always two sides to a story. Like there's always two sides that are in the wrong. So although I felt like they weren't my friends and I felt alone, I never communicated that to them. Like, how are they supposed to know? It still doesn't make anything that they did okay, but communication is a big thing for like having a healthy friendship, and I've learned that. But yeah, I think it's a quality over quantity thing. Like, I was surrounded by so many people, but I knew that none of them were my actual friends. And then it got to a point where I realized like I'd actually rather have no friends. Like I feel like I have no friends already, so why don't I just have no friends? Real friends would make you feel like that, and you can have so much history with someone. Like I was friends with these people for a long time, but it doesn't matter. Like if you feel like you've outgrown the friendship, you don't have to justify that. It is justified by you saying, I feel like I've outgrown it and I feel like it's not for me anymore, and you can just cut loose because it's your life. But yeah, it just got to a point where I was like, I already feel like I have no friends, so I might as well just have no friends. And that same week, it was like, I don't even remember what happened. One thing happened and it like topped it off. I was like, this is enough, like I'm done with this. I just had no friends, and I never had no friends before. And it ties in with the next response that I had, which was, bear with me. Why doesn't anyone want to be friends with me? How do I make myself more interesting? Which is sad because you should not have to change anything about yourself. And if you feel like you're putting on a fake persona, they're not your friends. Again, they're not your friends. Your friends wouldn't make you feel like you have to act like a different person. And I think truly, if you just be yourself, you will attract people that align with you. But if you're faking a different person, you won't attract people that align with you, and you'll end up with fake friends. And that's just how it works, I think. But I applied it. I'd never had no friends before. I always had like a friend group, like a big friend group. And now for the first time I had no friends. I was like, okay. And everything, I think I opened up a big space for myself because now I had no one. I had my boyfriend, but he was gone to America. So I literally zero people, okay? And I came to maths class, I sat down. I normally sit beside my boyfriend in maths class. That same day, it just happened. This guy sat beside me. I was like, I'm not sitting beside him today. I'm not in the mood. I looked to my side. I was like, who's his friend sitting beside? It was this girl. So I was like, hey, do you want to like switch with this guy? so then I don't have to sit beside him, and then you don't have to sit beside his annoying friend. And she was like, yeah, definitely. And yeah, that was the day after I fell out with my friends. And I've been friends with this girl for a year and a bit now. A year and a half nearly, I think. This is what happens when you take things out of your life that are not meant for you. Like, you start getting things that are meant for you. And it's never like a waste, because I wouldn't think of like my other friendships as a waste. Like, I did really enjoy some parts of it, and I learned so much from it. And that's what happens. Like, it's all a learning experience. Like, what is that saying? It's either a blessing or a lesson. Turned out to be a lesson, the other friendship, but out of that I got a blessing. Like, and then I found that I was reconnecting with a lot of people, and I reconnected with my friend Lily. We think the same. We are the same in different fonts. She is amazing. She's so emotionally intelligent, and so are all my friends. I think this is how you build healthy friendships, because you have to be friends with people that are as emotionally mature as you. And sure, everyone is learning, but you can't have a friendship that's not built on respect and communication. Like, you have to be able to tell. This is where I think I've gone wrong in a lot of other friendships. How are they supposed to know? People are not mind readers. So I think that I was too scared, and I kept it all in, and then over time it built up resentment towards the person. I couldn't be friends with them anymore because it was so much over like an extended period of time. But if I had maybe addressed it there and then, it would have been sorted. Like, you have to establish that from day one. But I truly think that if you just be yourself, what is meant for you will find you. Like, it's the law of attraction. Like, if you're saying, oh, I want friends so bad, I want this, I want this, I want this, it runs away from you. But if you let go and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna let whatever, I'm just gonna let it do its thing, it comes to you, because it just makes me think like a lot. And then it links back to it as well. I have, don't be afraid to lose them, be afraid to lose yourself. Because when you are who you surround yourself with. So if you're around people that are really negative, and they are not confident in themselves, and it starts to kind of rub off on you, and you start to feel that way. But when you surround yourself with people that are confident and that love themselves and that are emotionally mature, like, it is what you surround yourself in, it's your environment, and you see a change in yourself. But you have to make that change. Like, sometimes you get too comfortable in the situation and you stay there, which is what I done. But as soon as I left, I thought it was gonna be one of the hardest things I ever done. It was really hard. It's hard to do it. It's obviously easier said than done. But once you do it, it's like a weight lifted, and it changes. Like, your life changes. Obviously, no one is perfect, but if you're emotionally mature enough, you can make your friendship work. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the last thing I want to talk about today. So, this is another response I had. What should I do if my best friend stopped talking to me and is spreading untrue rumors about me? I don't know what to do, and I already asked if I'd done anything. Now, I have learned so much from like past situations. Like, I was kind of in um not a similar situation, but just a situation where there was like no communication. And if that what happened to me a year and a half ago happened to me now, I would deal with it so much differently. But that's the thing, like, you can't change anything. Like, I don't regret I don't regret it, but I would just deal with it differently now. Like, and I'm happy that I've learned from the situation. But I do have some notes. So I've asked what they've done. I don't know what the response was. Maybe they said, oh, nothing. Be so clear. Talk to them. Tell them how it makes you feel that you're hearing this stuff about yourself. Set your boundaries. Like, I value honesty in my friendships. Like, I don't respect that you're going around and maybe saying things that are untrue, or maybe if you think that they might be untrue, but that person felt that way, you can say like, I really did not mean to make you feel that way, but you could have came to talk to me about it instead of spreading rumors about me. Because there is different ways like to deal with things, and like if that behavior doesn't change, like there's nothing really much you can do but distance yourself, because at the end of the day they're not your friend anymore really if they're doing that. And you want friends that will come to you and not go to everyone else. They'll come to you if they have a problem instead of spreading rumors maybe, or whatever it might be. But I do believe that there's always two sides to a story. Like both people can be in the wrong, and it takes a lot of reflecting on yourself. Like maybe if someone has, like maybe someone has done me dirty in the past and I've been really angry, but you have to realize like, okay, well, I didn't communicate to them that made me really sad. So how are they supposed to know that made me sad? Like, they shouldn't have done it, but I didn't communicate anything. So it doesn't make what they did okay. It just means that I should have a different response now. And I do have a different response now. Like, it's a lot to learn, but the quicker you learn it, the more healthy your friendships become. And everything that I have said in this video relates to relationships as well. Like, it's the exact same thing. It's all respect. Like, I respect my friends so much that if we ever argued, I would not go to anyone else but them about it, because I know that they would listen to me and I know that they would care what I was saying and they would like make me feel better about it. And that's the friends you should have. If you think that if you're going to go to your friends and tell them how you feel and they're going to say, oh, well, I didn't do that, they're not your friends. They're not your friends. And it's okay. You don't have to have a solid reason to be like, oh, you're doing this and this is why I don't want to be friends with you. You can say, I feel like we've outgrown each other. You decide who is in your life. And if someone is making you feel not good, then they shouldn't be in your life. And it's hard, but you have to do that for yourself. Like if you want to grow as a person, like only you can help yourself really at the end of the day. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so happy to be able to have this. I think it aligns with Sonder so perfectly. Like, you get to listen to all of our stories in the magazine, and now it's time for me to sit down and listen to your stories and talk about things. But if you have any questions, make sure to put them in the Google form in our bio. And if you have anything to add to what I'm saying today, if you agree, if you disagree, put it in the comments. I want to hear all of it. And maybe you have a really good point that you want to share that I maybe didn't think of today. But thank you so much, and I really hope that I'll be back every week with one of these videos. The release of Sonder is very, very soon. We're hoping to be launched next month, and I'm hoping to have pre-sale very, very soon. So make sure you keep up to date with our Instagram and our TikTok and sign up on our website so you're the first to know when Sonder launches.